Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you can see up on the screen today, we are talking about a big update with the Team Liquid jungle situation. Santorin has made it to the United States. He is in Los Angeles. Dodo did tweet this out. He said, look who's here. And then obviously this picture of Santorin at, I guess what people are saying is LAX. I don't know, I've never been there. But in his Team Liquid jersey, he's in Los Angeles, he's in the United States. And also, side note, this Team Liquid car in the background is so sick. I did not know they had that. That's pretty badass. I think that looks so cool. But Santorin is here. So that has a lot of people asking. You know, I was live streaming the games yesterday, kind of reacting to everything live. And people were asking me, do I think Santorin's going to play tomorrow? And in this video today, we're going to be going over all that. I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation. And we can get into everything, the latest update, what's going on with their jungle situation, what's going on with Armao, what's going on with Santorin. Everything you guys need to know. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button really quick. I know we recently just passed 6,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you guys so much. You guys have been going absolutely crazy, and it's been awesome. But still, 75% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so we can take it even further. We can run these numbers up even more, and if we do that, that would be so awesome. Also, dropping a like on this video if you enjoy my content, and if you just want to support my channel, would help out a ton as well with the YouTube algorithm. You know, the more clicks, the more engagement, all that stuff just helps YouTube know that this is, you know, the stuff that people like, and it shows it to more and more people, and that would be awesome. With that being said, here we go, getting right into today's video. Again, Dodo saying that Santorin's here. People are asking a ton of questions because if we look back to Team Liquid's first game of the lock-in tournament, they've only played one game so far. They had day 2 off, where we can zoom in on this a little bit, I guess, because it's kind of small. We see that this was their game against CLG. Maybe I zoomed in a little bit too much. 200% was too much. We see their game against CLG where Armao looked pretty good. 2-0-11 on Italy. Not much you can complain about there. But, you know, my side note would kind of be the fact that Armao was playing Italy with 2 winning lanes, Camille and Syndra against Malphite and Twisted Fate, also against her Graves with 2 losing lanes. So overall, a pretty good draft for Team Liquid. They set up Armao for success. I mean, he delivered. You still have to execute. He looked good. He also has an absolutely stacked superstar team around him. Alfari, Jensen, Tactical, Core JJ. I mean, this is a great opportunity for Armao to shine. And again, he's getting an awesome opportunity to prove himself that he is maybe an LCS caliber jungler to all the teams out there. It's like a free tryout for him. So even though it's a preseason tournament, it's practice, maybe a lot of teams and players aren't taking it as seriously as they're going to take the LCS. Armao's got to be giving it his all because this is his opportunity to maybe get back in the LCS. And again, I love that Jad is hyping him up. Jad is saying, oh, he's been doing so good in practice. People are underrating him. He's an LCS caliber jungler. We're going to keep rolling with him because we think he's good. And that's awesome. That's, as a player looking to Team Liquid, that's everything you'd want out of a team, an organization, anything. It would make me really confident as a new player coming into Team Liquid, and it's got to make Armao feel really good as well, but also just help his performance on the Rift, because this game is so much mental, and just knowing you have the confidence backing of your team and stuff is so important. And that's something that like Lorem has been talking about on the analyst desk and everything too. So that's awesome. So Team Liquid looked good their first game. They're doing all right. If we look ahead to what is up next for Team Liquid, as far as the games that are in question, is Santorin going to be playing? Is he not? We see that they play against 100 Thieves and Golden Guardians today. This is January 17th. This is day 3 of the lock-in tournament. And this is Santorin got here yesterday. So 100 Thieves, obviously a big game. This could decide the top of this group because 100 Thieves looked really good the first day. They beat TSM, but unfortunately 100 Thieves kind of bounced back with a loss yesterday against CLG and didn't look so great. So this group is really weird all of a sudden. Everyone has a loss except Liquid, so they're really in a great position as long as they can win one of these 2 games today. 100 Thieves is going to be a tough matchup. Golden Guardians has looked better than people expected, but they lost to TSM yesterday when TSM maybe didn't play their best. So these are 2 big games for Team Liquid, but either way, they should be able to, I mean, they're for sure going to make it out of their group. They're going to make it to the knockout stage. So these games are important. These games are big, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not like 100 Thieves is 2-0. It's not like Golden Guardians 2-0. Either way, they're okay as long as they're able to win one of these games. So now we get to the big update. The fact that Team Liquid said yesterday, update, Armao will be playing both of our matches against 100 Thieves and Golden Guardians tomorrow. Now, this surprised me a little bit because I was streaming the games yesterday, reacting to everything live, and somebody sent me the tweet of Dodo saying that Santorin's in the United States, and they asked me, do you think Santorin's going to play tomorrow? And they didn't. They said, I don't think he'll play tomorrow because he's got jet lag, he hasn't practiced with the team, they have no synergy, he probably wouldn't look good on stage, and I said I think he would play this weekend because why wouldn't he? It's a practice preseason tournament, and it's an awesome opportunity to start building up those synergies, to start practicing, to start playing on a stage that doesn't matter. If he looks terrible and they lose, it doesn't matter. They're accelerating that practice. Why wait this weekend? Why wait till Monday or Tuesday to get him to start practicing with the team when you can just send him out there in a game that literally means nothing? And he's a veteran player. I'm sure he would look fine. And why have Armao continue to play with the main roster if this is not anything that's helping them build towards the future at all? If Santorin comes out and looks bad, it's okay. It's not like they think he's a bad player all of a sudden. So I did expect Santorin to be starting, but then obviously Team Liquid gave us this update that Armao would be starting for the rest of the weekend. They also tweeted this little meme that says, "This is my mail, that is your mail," and then they take it, and then this is our mail. They're just showing you how to pronounce his name because obviously everyone's been pronouncing it wrong. I said Armao the first time I saw it. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it either, so thank you to Team Liquid for that. Then Jack gave us his update. He said, "I'm excited to see more Armao tomorrow. He's been playing great in practice and deserves this opportunity." Again, I love Jack hyping him up. I love him, publicly giving the praise of his jungler. Santorin will be grinding solo queue over the weekend and will look to make his debut Friday against TSM after having time to adjust to jet lag and practice with the team. Now, again, I think that's fine, but if that's all it was in a vacuum, I still think that's a little bit weird because, again, practice tournament, these are essentially scrim games on stage in front of an audience. They're games that literally mean nothing at all, and I would still say that Santorin would probably still be an upgrade over Armao, even with little practice time, jet lag, whatever. I'm sure he would still do better, but whatever. If Team Liquid's been screaming with Armao and they want to go with him, that's good. Eventually, I started reading on the Team Liquid subreddit that somebody was saying, I didn't watch the dive this week, I just didn't have time. Somebody said on the dive that the rosters actually lock week to week. So since Armao started on Friday, that they couldn't change their roster until next week. If that's true, again, I cannot confirm that. I don't know. The dive has been wrong before. People on Reddit have been wrong before. I would think that's weird because this is a practice preseason tournament where you want to encourage people to try out new lineups, to give new players an opportunity. Why would the rosters and lineups not lock day to day? Why would they lock week to week? Also, it seems a little bit unfair to me because FlyQuest only plays 2 games this week while everyone else plays 3 games. So FlyQuest gets an extra opportunity to experiment with their lineup and roster. And also, Jose Diodo is coming here during the week, and Jose Diodo now has a chance to play in 2 games, even though he had visa issues, where Santorin only has a chance to play in 1. So I think that's a very dumb decision by the LCS, and so far I have not agreed with so far the LCS commissioner, staff, everything I think has made a ton of poor decisions to start the season. I think the production has been spotty. I think that the format has been weird and stuff too. The fact that they didn't publicly do the draft for the groups and everything. I do not love a lot of decisions that the LCS is making so far. So when I watched the Demacia Cup and the Kespa Cup and everything, I'm not sure exactly how those work. I believe the rosters unlock day to day or maybe even game to game because it seems like they're always shuffling in and around new players and trying out academy players and trying out young guys and stuff. Especially in a year where there's going to be a ton of visa issues. Why would you not let teams be more flexible with their rosters and lineups when the games don't even matter? Why would you put more restrictions on what are essentially practice games? So I think it's weird. If it was just Team Liquid's decision, they can do whatever they want. I would go with Santorin still because I think it's an awesome opportunity for him to begin building synergy and practicing. But if they think Armao deserves a shot and they want to reward him for what he's been doing for the team and they think he's doing a good job, that's fine. But if this is actually an LCS decision and Team Liquid would want to start Santorin, then I think that is absolutely idiotic, and I do not agree with that decision from the LCS. Obviously, I know they wrote up the rules beforehand and everything. They're just following the protocols that are in place, but I mean, to me, that's still a really, really dumb rule. I think it's really, really stupid, and I do not agree with it. I think in a preseason tournament, we should be encouraging a ton of roster swapping, a ton of new lineups, a ton of experimentation, because we keep saying how we want to grow the future of the LCS. We want to, have the young players start building up and stuff. So why would we not encourage them? This is like the perfect tournament for teams to be trying out new players and new lineups and everything, getting those players loose, getting those players stage time against some of the best players in the LCS. And now that we're getting so many important stuff, we even have some of the best players in the world. Guys like Perks and Alfari who have been top tier players in EU. Getting these young guys experience against them would be great for them. And you know, whatever, it's still an awesome opportunity for Armao. He looked good in the first game. Hopefully he looks good in the second and third game. I was really hyped for the Team Liquid team. I want to see their full roster, especially against 100 Thieves. I want to see how these two teams stack up. But now all of a sudden, you know, the game's a little bit less hype without having Santorin. If 100 Thieves wins, you know, there's always going to be an asterisk by it. But man, if Team Liquid is able to beat 100 Thieves, then this Team Liquid team all of a sudden looks very, very scary. I mean, if they roll over 100 Thieves and they roll over Golden Guardians, I mean, this team, knowing that they're still going to be getting Santorin on top of it, they would get really, really scary all of a sudden. Now, Team Liquid looked great in their first game, but I don't want to overreact to that too much. It was against CLG with 2 subs. It was Armao against Wiggly, who, no matter how bad or good or whatever you think about Grig or Armao or whatever, Wiggly is probably worse in most people's opinions, and he's looked like it so far. You know, it's just a ton of things to keep in mind, but I just want to give you guys this update on Santorin that he will be making his debut next week against TSM. He will only be playing in 1 group stage game, but Team Liquid is almost guaranteed to make it to the bracket stage at this point, so they will at least be getting another best of 3 out of him. So there will still be a lot of games of practice and stuff and a lot of build-up. But again, they feel it's more valuable for him to be gaining the solo queue experience. He's been duoing with Jensen, which is awesome. They're going to be scrimming next week. They're going to be good to go. Everything's going to work out. Just a preseason tournament at the end of the day. But yeah, just want to get this little update out to you guys because I know a lot of people were asking me about Dodo's tweet, about the Santorin situation, and just what is going on. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Again, it helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm, and I'd appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this situation? Do you think Grig's going to do well today? Do you think TL is going to be able to take down 100 Thieves, Golden Guardians? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay updated on my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!